Hi guys, thanks for dropping by. So in this video I turned $50 into $800 within a period of about 2 days. I'll break down everything I did now and show you what the video to the end, because it was a mistake I made, and even though I was successful in the mistake, but I explained something so important for traders that you need to know. So I'll show you what the video to the end so you get that information. So let's get right into the video. Thanks for dropping by once again. Now before you continue, please hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to this channel. It does us a big deal. So let's get right into the video. So like I said, I started with about $50 and I took several trades, and at the end of the day we had about $800. Now this was the first trade. Now if you noticed, I was looking at there was already a line on that chart, the chart on the background. That was the higher time frame. That chart in the background was actually a 15 minutes chart. So the prices were rising, and I felt that okay, as the price was rising, it hit a 15-minute chart, so we should pull back a little. So I took a sell. It was actually a resistance zone, so I took a sell for 1 minute, and with the whole $50, and that turned out to be successful at the end of the day. So that was the first trade. Now a lot of practice goes into this, a lot of knowledge is involved in this, but one thing I want you to know is that if you believe in yourself, you trust in your ability, there's nothing you cannot achieve. Have that confidence that if you practice, you can do it. You can do it. So this was the first trade, and it turned out successful. We now had about $91. So we kept analyzing, looking for the next opportunity. So now the trade took about 2 days. Actually, notice this was I was trading this one at about 4 in the evening. This was when I started. That evening, about 4, you can see 16 for something. So around that 4, I took like I think about 2 trades or 3. Then I stopped, and then the next day, I think middle of the next day, I saw some more opportunities and I followed through. More details about all this we teach in our trading course, which we give 1-year mentorship with. We teach you everything you need to know and guide you along the way to success, which is what most people need to actually succeed. So this was the next trade I took. Of course, yes, it hit a resistance, but I took this trade because I felt that okay, in fact I've seen this pattern. It's something I'm quite used to. Some of these things are things that based on practice, where I used to them. We teach details about them in our trading course. So it was like a bounce off. It was like of course the main trend was bullish. It hit a resistance, pulled down a little. I looked at the chart pattern, the way it pulled back, and I entered in for a buy for 1 minute. So, which at the end of the day, it was 45 seconds, 46 seconds. Usually, most of the trades I enter at about 59 seconds. So, for 1 minute, the next 59 seconds, the trade is over. So that was it, and the trade is over. We now had $165. So I think I took one more trade again this evening. I know I was analyzing, and there's something about trading. While trading, you need to remain focused. You need to be focused on what you're doing, because later on, as we go in the trading recording, you see that there was a particular place. The next day I actually was attending a seminar while trading, and I actually got kind of distracted. You shouldn't do that. This was the next day. You can see it was now 1:40 something p.m. and I was in a seminar. It was an important seminar because, of course, another way of you don't stick to one way of making money. So I was in the seminar and I was trading also. Even though by experience I was confident, but one of the trades I almost blew it out. Talk about that trade in a moment. That's why while trading, you must focus and really concentrate on what you're doing. You know, you must focus and really concentrate on what you're doing. Now, on my charts, usually most of the time I use RSI and stochastics on my charts. Now, the RSI and stochastics on my charts, depending on the time frame you are using, they actually work, but they work best when the two of them are both in the overbought or oversold region. They work best. Now, combined with that, candlestick patterns also matter. You know, what we call price action. The number one indicator in any trading scenario is actually the price. What's the price doing? What's the psychology of the market? You know, when you begin to understand these things and practice with it, very soon you find out it begins to look like you're a genius. But you're not a genius, you're just giving time to learn this thing, knowledge, you know, practice with them, and boom, very soon you're making money and everybody's like, wow, how are you doing it? It's not magic, it's just practice. So yeah, so that trade was successful too, and we now had about $300. So I know that the next trade took quite a while. I had to analyze for some time before I took the next trade. Of course, at this point, I had already turned $50 to $300. I was, let's just say I was concerned, you know. I had already done about times 6, you know, I had already made some profits, you know, but I was trying to push myself to do more. And that's the whole thing about life and success. What can you actually achieve? What can you actually do? How far can you actually go? You know, and of course, trading is so that you also want to start small. Don't risk more than you're willing to lose. Yet, keep your trading capital limited. You know, only risk trade with what you're willing to lose. You know? So that's why I always encourage you that, you know, I'm this kind of person that likes to start small and grow it big, you know, or start small and grow something and make something out of it on a daily basis, you know. So I analyzed for some time, and I know it took me a while. You know, of course, I was also still participating in the seminar. Okay, so I think this now 13:56. I know it took me about quite some time, about 10 minutes or even more, looking at the markets, trying to get the best opportunity. So this was the place where I made a mistake. Somehow I was engrossed in the seminar. You can see somehow the seminar, even the recording of the seminar got into the video, you know, because I had to minimize it so that I could see what was going on in the seminar. So this trade, I took a sell, but I didn't take it at the very beginning of the candle. You know, so if you watch that trade, you see that I didn't actually take it at the exact moment when I was supposed to. So if the candle didn't actually sell very well, I maybe would have lost that trade. You know, so thankfully it actually, even though I was in the right direction, but I didn't enter at the right one because I was distracted. So thankfully it worked out, and then we're now in $546, you know, and I was really excited. Of course, at this point I was more careful. I think the next trade I took, I just used about $200 or something like that. I wasn't really eager to risk so much, you know, knowing how this trade played out, you know. So kept analyzing, looking at the market, you know, while still participating in the seminar and all that. You know, one thing I can tell you about trading is this: trading requires a particular mindset. You must believe in yourself that what you are doing, you can succeed in it. And also, you must also be conscious that you're working with real money. This is not a game, you understand? It's not a game. You're actually working with real money, and because sometimes as trading goes, you know, you may forget You're working with real money, so you must be careful. You must minimize your losses, manage your risk properly, so that you make the best of it. So this was I think the last trade I took. It was a typical scenario of I saw the pattern of the market at this point, and I saw that it kind of slowed down, even though it was just there. It was like a struggle, but for something that I'd seen in the pattern over and over again, I could tell that okay, yeah, I could take a sell there. And of course, I was still in profit even if I had lost it. So I took it, and yeah, at the end of the day, thank God it's worked out for me. I think this was where I stopped trading. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the trading session, please place a like and subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate you for stopping by on the channel. Thank you so much.